I think I'm live. I think this is working. So, I take a couple seconds to set up. So, let's see, how's my hair? Uh-oh, the hair looks kind of funny. Close enough for rock and roll. Let's see. If someone can send me a message, if anyone's out there, then I'll know everything's working. And how is the shot? This is a new hotel, so every hotel has different internet qualities. I hope this is good. Woohoo! Okay, hello from Toronto, MJL. Okay, so I know the text is working. How is the? Hey, Juno. Uh, Tommy, great. So I think he meant everything looks great. So that is good. I figured out one of the things. Hey, Andy. Uh, Shanghai. Oh, nice to see you. Actually, I'm not too far from Shanghai. We're in a new place this morning. I got a few different updates. Vancouver, Toronto. We're still in China. I got some big news, so I'll drop it on you first. Hong Kong. We extended our stay by a week.
Do you want the door open?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Lynette's in the house. Hi, Lynette.
I'm in the house?
Yeah, it's a saying like,
I know.
when you do a concert or something, you say, so-and-so's in the house. And then when Elvis is gone, you say, Elvis has left the building. It's that way
So I'm in the building.
Yeah, you're in the building. Hi. Oh, I missed your news, Eric. Hey. Oh, Lynette, they're already saying hello, Lynette.
Hello.
Okay, I'm glad you're dressed. What? No, just because she's just taking a shower, so I didn't know.
I'm washing clothes by hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This is our first hotel that didn't have a washing machine. Are we in Beijing? No, but did you just see that video? Jane R just released a video in a where we ate in a Mongolian. What was it called? The Turk? Turf? No. Turg? Yurg. A yurg.
A yurt, yeah.
And basically, it was a tent, and so. What's up?
I just found a can of milk.
What?
There's a can of milk.
Where was it?
In the refrigerator. They put it in there for us.
Oh.
Just like it's in a pop can, but it's milk in a can.
Okay, I have not seen that yet.
I'm going to try it later.
Yes, we went to the Temple of Heaven, and there were some really cool kids there. A bunch of school kids. I guess they were doing a field trip or something. And I love how all the school kids are in uniforms too, so they don't have any problems with, my clothes are cooler than your clothes, or nicer, or whatever. And Jay told me when he went to school, he wore a uniform. But our big news is, are you going to come back to the U.S.? I am, but a week later, so we added an extra week to our trip. Wang Can Milk. That might be the brand. I don't know. It could be a joke.
No.
But
I can't read it. It's in Chinese.
And also, hey Toronto, there's also, so we're staying, okay, I haven't really gotten them. So we're staying an extra week. And right now we're in this cool little town called, well, it's a water town. Lynette's been like doing research on all the places that we're going. No, we're not gonna make, hey Hong Kong, we're not gonna make it to Hong Kong this trip. But we did add a week so that we could go to, and I haven't even told them where we're at right now, but so that we can go to Xi'an. Why is your Chinese better than mine? And, let's get, is Lynette in the shot here? Look at her. There she goes. Xi'an, yeah. And that's where the Terracotta Warriors are. And then we're also going to do a live, Jay and Ari are doing one of their big production live streams. I think this will be their fourth one, and I think last one while they're in China. So the first one they did was, we weren't here, but they did it in the hometown of the company that they work with. And that was for Arca shoes. And then the second one we were in, and that was, so that was the first one we were ever in. It was so cool. It was on a tea mount. We call it the Tea Mountain. And we stayed at this, we call it the tea resort, because they were picking green tea right, I mean, right outside our hotel room. Uh, and, um, and it was just gorgeous. So these live streams are like all day events, and they're pretty cool. We have a little bit of a break in the afternoon, and so Lynette and I usually take a nap. How many days do we stay in each city? Each city's been different. I mean, we stayed maybe 2 or 3 weeks in the town where they did the wedding, because that's Jay's hometown. So we met like all of it, or a lot of his family members, both of his grandmas. And so we stayed there the longest, but we've stayed a minimum of 2 or 3 nights in each town. Well, I guess this town will only be 2 nights, so minimum of 2 nights, and then 6 nights, 5 or 6 nights is the norm. And to be honest, at our age, I don't mean to lump Lynette in on being our age, but she is older than me. At our age, we need some downtime, and we need some slow time. So Jay's been really good about making sure our travel days aren't too busy. It's a travel day is a travel day, so we don't really try to do anything on a travel day, which is helpful. When I was younger, we did crazy stuff, when we were touring. I once flew into a country and did like 7 sets. Um, without going to sleep. So after, 12-hour flight or whatever. So, but that was my youth. Now we're old. Hello. Hello, Lao Doufu. And yeah, I love my new name because Xiao Doufu is my grandson. And some people say we look alike. So basically you're saying I look like a baby. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, and then I'm old tofu, Lao Doufu. But you can do some live streaming in Chinese. I think that's where they do the live stream, the big, like the big one, So anyway, the first one was they did for Arca Shoes. The second one we did with Tea Company. We were in that one. And the third one we did in Jay's hometown, I think 2 days after the wedding. And that was like a lot of different products. And then, so now this last one is going to be in Xi'an. And we're going to shoot some footage around the terracotta or Xi'an. Well,
I'm probably saying it wrong too, but I know it's not Gion. I think it's Sean.
Xi'an. And by the way, someone asked if we had time, we could have time, we could travel to Japan. Well, the next time I'm coming, and I'm hoping to come in September, and I don't know if it'll be just me or if I don't know if Jay will be able to come as well, but I'm trying to get just as a guest speaker in a college in the south of China, and then I'd like to do a few different things while I'm here, but my plan is, because when I used to travel around the world, I did it as an artist for about 10 years, I guess. And then I became a music industry executive, a sales and marketing guy. So my job, I was the international sales marketing guy. So my job was to fly around the world, and then every country I'd go to, Lynette pronounces it better.
That's because I study things.
She studies things. I just go and do things, and then maybe study them later. But I learn by doing. Like, I'm still learning all this live stream stuff. Like yesterday, I didn't have any, or the last couple days I've been trying to live stream. I didn't have any live. I didn't have, the phone wasn't working. I'm using Steve right now to live stream. That's the only way I've live streamed since I've been here. And then during the day, I found out like between 9 and 5, apparently I'm told it's the hotels. They all have different, internet. This hotel is very retro style. Yeah, it's like a resort basically. And in fact, I'm going to show you. We have a balcony and then there's a canal right outside here. And when there's this gorgeous little duck I've never seen before, it's black with some red. It's
There's
maybe
about 4 of them together.
and it's like maybe half the size of like a mallard, which I'm used to, a duck in North Dakota where I grew up.
Oh, did you hear them?
Yeah,
They're really loud.
and they're just gorgeous, but they're like miniature ducks. So I'm just assuming it's a duck because it looks like a duck and it talks like a duck. So it's a duck, but I think, and it floats like a duck. But I'll show it to you when it comes back out in front of. So we have a little balcony, and I'll show that to you too when that duck comes back or before we sign off. But it's gorgeous. So it's kind of a retro. I mean, it's really cool. Did we have fun in Beijing? We had a blast in Beijing. It was probably though our busiest time because we had 4 days in a row that were scheduled like 10 or 12 hours day. The Chinese architecture style impressed us deeply. Well, I'll tell you what, the architecture in Beijing was amazing. Also Shanghai. You like the music in the video on the Great Wall. Oh, that's cool. I think that was Sister Reason. Why isn't the Spotify playlist complete? I've only put like one song on the Spotify playlist, and it's not even as Dan H Band. The band is called Flowers with Ari Tang, and we did Woke Ba. So I'm thinking about it because I mean, really, I just have to think about it because if I put a song up on Spotify, then it's my company and I own it, but then I just have to think about it some more. I don't know. I mean, maybe I will. I'll play it by ear. It's a royalty thing. Can I ask you a question about your weight? Yes.
Hey, what's he gonna ask?
I don't know what they're going to ask. Yes, you can ask me a question about my weight. I hope they're going to say, "Are you losing weight?" I think I am losing weight, but
I don't think they're gonna say that.
they're not going to say that. They're going to say you should lose weight. Any change? Maybe they said any change in weight, unless that's from Danny, so that could be my son.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, our son watches these, and also May watches these videos. And it's a little bit later. Oh, I think that is Danny. He says hi.
It's Daniel?
I don't know.
Is that my Daniel?
It maybe is.
I miss you.
Okay. They keep asking, is Megan still in China? Well, she still is for a couple more videos. Army style tourism. Oh no, this is Danny from LA. Okay, Danny.
Oh, hi, Danny. You're not my son, I don't think.
But hey, Danny from LA. My name's Dan, but when I was a little boy, they called me Danny. And our son, his name is Daniel, and I still call him Daniel, but he plays in an Irish band, in a rock band, and it's called Danny McClelland. And so you can look that up if you're on YouTube. And he's in Kansas City right now. And by the way, well, this will be confusing for Chinese people, but we are still in China, yes. Danny McClelland. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, Kansas City is in Missouri. So the Kansas City and there is a Kansas City in Kansas, which is right across the river from Kansas City, Missouri. And it was not interesting. That was boring. I don't know why I told you that. But we live near Kansas City, Missouri. Hi from Canada. I still feel like I haven't told you guys what's going on. I gave you the update. We're staying Uh, Chengdu. You know what? We never made it to Chengdu, did we? So anyway, to get you up to date, did we? No,
I
that's
don't
where
even know what
Ross.
the name of the town you're talking about because you don't say them right. I
Well,
don't
that's
know
the
what you're
town where
talking about.
Ross lived in for 10 years. Uh,
Hangzhou?
no, Hangzhou. I know Hangzhou. That's the second town we were at. We were first at Shanghai and then Hangzhou. Chengdu.
Shenzhou.
Chengdu is
I'm
where
sorry
Ross.
we don't speak Chinese. That's one of the things I feel bad about here. I want to speak to the Chinese people, but I just can't. I'm too stupid to learn Mandarin. So
I
maybe
think.
I can start learning
I
Mandarin.
think she could learn it. Our
Oh,
two of our grandchildren are actually all of our grandchildren are learning Chinese.
I think my son-in-law needs to teach me.
Yes, he offers to. What will you eat for lunch? We don't know. We're going to leave actually in about a half hour. So I haven't caught you up on what's happening. So where, who's May May? May May is our, if you watch Jay and Ari videos, she's our youngest daughter. So she's Ari's younger sister. And we call her May May because that's what everyone calls her. Even we call her that, even though
She's an amazing, adorable girl.
she really is. And she watches the live stream also. And she watches our videos. But anyway, so this last video that came out was awesome. There was this group of Chinese kids all wearing these uniforms and they were having lunch. Yeah, and so it's those kids that gave you all their food were super cute and so kind and generous. And they really were. And I was like, because I was a little bit hungry. And, usually we say, oh, let's go eat. And then it takes like 2 hours to find a place to eat or to get to it. And, we're traveling with old people and, and with the baby. And so things take a while. Everything you do takes time. And plus, it's a pretty big group. That's harder to keep organized because usually then that's just wandering off somewhere and no
I'm
one.
not wandering off ever.
Well, sometimes I'm wandering off.
And all my kids' lives, you've been asking them for food, for their snacks. So it continues to kids in China.
Well, there you go. I treat kids in China just like I treat my own kids. So I just asked them for a snack. I thought, come on, some kids got to have a snack. So I said, hey, you guys have any food for me? And then a girl, because there was a girl standing there and she had some food in her hand. I said, hey, do you have any food for me? So she brought me like a little thing. And then like this whole group of kids just swarmed me and kept bringing me food. And I
Because
took,
you looked like a homeless, lost old man.
because they felt sorry for me, Lynette said. Why is this poor old man asking us for food? We better give him some. So they loaded me up. I was like, we ate that for like food for 2 days, 2 or 3 days. It was really good though. And that was so cool. And then we ate at this Mongolian restaurant in Beijing. And it was insane. It was a fan that said, Jay, you really need to come. We need to take you to this place. And he was so generous and nice. I mean, we were sitting there and we didn't know what to expect. First of all, we were just blown away that we were eating in a tent and apparently the Mongols, is that how you say it? The Mongols were
Are they Mongolians?
Mongolians were herders, so they would travel in these tents that were, I mean, they were pretty big. They were like homes, but they would travel in the tents because they would follow the animals as they would. I don't even know what kind of animals. I guess some sort of a cow type ox thing or something, and they would follow them around. What? Well, I don't know what they ate. I mean, I don't know what animals did they follow around? They follow around these flocks of animals. So they had tents, so they were a nomadic
I don't
people.
think they just followed them. They raised them.
Well, yeah, they tended them,
Yeah.
but they had to take them to graze to the different places.
Sheep, goats.
Sheep, goat. Oh, really? I thought it was just. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, they were herders. So I think let's see. I think Megan will be in another one or two edited videos because it usually takes 4 or 5 days. I'm not sure,
Oh,
a
she
few days.
cried when she left.
But she left, so
She cried.
and she cried.
She's coming back.
She's coming back. Sheep, goat, ox, and horses. Okay, you were right, honey. Why did I say
I don't
cows?
just follow animals.
But so yeah, she cried, and actually, yeah, I know that she's gonna be in at least one more video because she did I already did like a little interview with her right before she left about China, so that was really cool. So this is the inside behind the scenes scoop, but I still haven't told you where we're at.
Does Jay want everyone to know where we're at?
Yeah, and because we're doing a new, yeah, because we can pre-promote the new live stream is going to be on I don't know the date, but coming up there's going to be a new live stream, and then we're going to have some food stuff this time, which is really cool. The room looks cute. Yeah, honey, they're saying you look cute.
No, the room looks cute.
Yeah, but you make the room look cute. There's the wife. And then, there's our suitcase. How did your first-hand experience of China different from your expectations? Well, you guys know that I've seen it a few times. I mean, China's completely different than what we expected. Yeah, let's just put it that way. So, and I can only go by my experience, and you guys know we're not a political channel, and it's basically, for me, it's a travel channel. My channel, Jay and Ari's, some people call that no, Megan's not our daughter. She was my surrogate daughter while she was here in China, because I think she's pretty young, we're about 23. And May, I think, is 21, so she's about the same age as my youngest daughter. But she went back to her parents. They live in South Carolina or North Carolina. Do you remember? South Carolina. So she went back to them. Hey, and Megan does not have a channel, so you'll have to tune in. And then, I don't know, I think did I tell you guys this? I've been storing up stuff to tell you because I never know when I'm going to get to live stream. Either the internet will be too spotty during the day, or else we have to leave early, so I never know. But so I've been storing up a bunch of stuff that I wanted to tell you, but now I don't remember if I was planning on telling you it or if I actually did tell you. So I might repeat myself, but I think if you've seen this channel before, you're kind of used to that. Oh, I need some more pillows. So there's a lot of reclining, sleeping. They call it sleeping Buddha position. But this is my yoga position. You can see it. Look, honey, I'm lifting my leg for exercise. It's going to be really hot today, so I'm going to wear shorts today. It's going to be 80 degrees. I love it. Still in Beijing. No, I finally can tell you now the name of the town that we're in, if I remembered. It's a water resort. Oh, I know. Don't tell me. Na.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Zen. Z-H-E-N. Wuzhen.
Wuzhen.
Wuzhen. It's W-U-Z-H-E-N. Wuzhen. And so Wuzhen, yeah, Danny knows it from California.
So it's Wuzhen?
Yeah, W-U-Z-H-E-N. Someone threw an X in there, but yeah, it's just W-U-Z-H-E-N. And actually, I looked on TripAdvisor, and it's...
Well, X is the SH sound.
Wuzhen. And it's like about 1,500 years old. It's a water town near Hangzhou. It's actually, I read this because we did do some research on this. It's actually in the middle of Hangzhou, Shanghai, and another town, or I don't know which one's which. No, Jay's not sleeping now. He's getting ready. They're just in that room down there. He's getting ready. What kind of yoga? I don't know what kind of yoga.
It's Non-yoga.
It's reclining yoga. I don't know. Wuzhen, and so it's a water town, and it was the first tourist town. It was first eco-tourist town, eco-tourist, ECO, first economy tourist town, ECO,
Echo.
Echo.
Nature.
And they're famous for chicken. Do I feel tired?
They're famous for
Sometimes
chicken?
I feel tired. I don't feel
It said
tired
they're
right now.
famous for chicken?
Yeah, it said they're famous for
Oh,
chicken.
I
And
didn't see about it.
but there's a tons of canals here, and so boat rides and it's really old town. It's really cool. Got to see some of it last night and take a boat. It's so cool. But I won't spoil that. That's upcoming because both Jane and Ari made a video of that, and I also made a video of it. And then the houses are some. This house is on a canal actually. So, but the ducks haven't come back yet. Is that one? Oh man, it's in the reeds.
Yeah, they live in the reeds.
Okay, I gotta show you this duck.
Oh, the window.
Okay. Oh look,
Oh, it's so pretty.
look at this duck. Shh, let's not scare him away. Oh no. Can you see him?
They're really
Oh,
loud.
he's too far
When they squawk, they're really loud.
away. Oh, okay. I hope you got to see him. I don't know if you got to
Where
see
did the
him.
chair come from?
I brought it in from outside. But anyway, so this is our little deck.
I gotta get ready to go.
Okay. Oh yeah, we have to leave in a few minutes. But this is the hotel we're at. Why am I whispering? It's because we're outside and I don't want to get yelled at. I sang a song once outside on our balcony and then someone yelled at me. It says, oh, hi Malaysia. Okay, I don't want to whisper anymore. If that duck comes back, I hope you got to see it. If that duck comes back, I'll try to show it to you again. But I try not to carry the camera around too much. Okay, now it's all, no, it's all crooked. Okay, it is a great place. And yeah, I think it's a resort. But it's really cool. And the weather's gonna be great. So it's Wuzhen. And then, so we're leaving in about 20 minutes. So Jay's just getting ready, just getting dressed, and they had breakfast. I took Doufu out for a walk this morning, so I filmed some of that. So I do three kinds of videos right now. I do we do this live stream, and then basically, some behind the scenes, and it's for me because I'm a hardcore fan of Jane Ari, and I think a lot of you guys are too. And then I do some edited videos, which is basically it's my perspective on our trips that we take in each town that we go to. And then I usually don't film when Jane and Ari are filming, so they have kind of their I usually set the camera down, but just when we're traveling around and different things I do, I bring out my camera and I film. So it's a little bit different than their style. No, someone asked me, do I have a YouTube channel called Ari's Dad? I do not. That's a fake one. So my YouTube channel is the one that you're watching this on right now, unless they steal this too and then put it on theirs. But and like the China wall video, I just saw it this morning. It had like 6,000 views. And I went, I want those 6,000 views. So there's a fake channel called Ari's Dad. It's not me. And it has a picture of me going like this or something like that. So they just can pull, I guess, photos off the internet or from the videos, and they can download the videos and then put them up and just call it Ari's Dad. But it's not my channel. Mine is still called, in Chinese characters, it's called Lao Changren. And then it's called Xiao Doufu? Is that how I spell it? Oh, Lao Zofu. Lao Tofu. No, Lao Doufu. So this, anyway, whatever you're watching this on, this is my only official YouTube channel. So the other one, Ari's dad one, is fake. Um, and then, and like I'm new to YouTube, so YouTube sent me these notices that say, hey, there's some people there that are taking your content on YouTube. So I have to figure all that out. And then I tried to figure out how to do a live stream because sometimes my laptop is working, but my phone isn't. And I was trying to do a live stream, I think yesterday or the day before. I couldn't figure it out. So, I mean, everything is going really fast here while we're in China. So there's not a lot of free time. And when there is, I'm usually editing a video. But I'll figure all this stuff out when I get back to the United States. Because I'll just have a little more time because we won't be traveling as much. I'll still do the live stream. And then I was telling you, so we have the live stream and then we also have what's called the best of, because the live streams are just in English only. But they have the best of live streams because, you know, I ramble a little bit and I kind of jump around where they kind of make it a little more, they edit it down, sing a song. Oh, thank you. I will. I'll sing a song before we're done. And, but we have a little bit of time left. And so they edit it down. That's why I call it the best of. And that's translated both into English and Chinese, just like my edited videos are also. So we have the edited videos in Chinese and English, and then the best of the live stream, which is in Chinese and English, and then there's this live stream, which is just in English. And then, oh, you like my shirt? Thank you. I love these shirts. In fact, we ate at a Thai restaurant a couple days ago, I think in Shanghai, and they all wore floral shirts like this, and I thought it was great. What was that? I think it was Shanghai. Thank you for liking my shirt. So we're in this town. We're gonna leave a little bit, go shopping. Oh, so another thing, I don't know if I should even tell you guys because sometimes I have an idea, but then I kind of flesh it out and it doesn't work out great. I have an idea for a segment where I will be talking to someone in China and getting updates, but I'll keep that, and that might not start till I get back to the States. So, because I really like that where I did interviews, and so I think I might do some shorter interview segments during the live stream. And then, I mean, Marty will be up. Marty's in Nashville, and I'll see if I can set some interviews with him for the live stream. And then also, I'm thinking about maybe making a series. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I had this idea like 2 years ago, and I just never did it because I didn't have anyone to translate or add the subtitles. But now that I do, I thought it'd be a blast for just to kind of almost like a reaction video. I guess it would be a reaction video of me and Lynette watching Jane Ari's videos because now they're about 3 or 4 years in. So I've always wanted to do it because it was kind of like our perspective of their videos. And like, there's, it's just a lot of fun behind the scenes stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when Ari was a little girl, and I have like tons of footage of when Ari's a little girl. So if you saw a couple of my videos when I first started this channel, maybe a couple of years ago, I would throw in some little footage of when she was a little kid. And, I thought it was fun. So I kind of make things that are interesting to me and kind of fun for me, and then I hope that you guys enjoy them. But I would love to watch a reaction video of, the Jane Ari's parents just talking about the whole experience because they show their videos are so professional and well edited. They do a great job. But me and Lynette kind of know some of the behind the scenes stuff that I thought it would be fun for, the fans or the super fans of Jane Ari. That's the kind of stuff I would want to know. I don't know why there's some sort of thing looks weird. Look, this thing, what's this? Oh, that's that nose piece. Okay. Have I created any music in China? No, but when I come back in September, I've written several songs since I've been here. you and co-host do reaction videos of Jane Ari is a good idea. Okay, I wish you hear it. She's in the shower. Okay, I'll tell her that you said that. Because I think she'd want to, because it's a lot of fun. Double glass man. Yeah, and then once I went to a movie theater, and then they put on these 3D glasses, so I had and I put them up on my forehead, so I was like I had 8 pairs of eyes that day. In fact, now that I have subtitles, I might even release that video. I've got a few videos I haven't released just because it was too hard to do the subtitles. Hi. Someone said hi, Lars Longren. So yeah, this is my official channel. How about a series about you trying to lose weight? I can mention it and I can talk about it a little bit. I don't know if I'll actually do a segment, but I think for about 2 or 3 weeks, that's why I love live streaming. I get feedback. One of you guys on live stream, and I don't remember your name, said you should try, I think it's called intermittent fasting or something. Have I found a guitar? No, in fact, the next town we go to, the Xiang, where the Terracotta Warriors are, I'm gonna have to find a guitar again because we just didn't have room to. I have some nice guitars at home, but I didn't bring them to China. I didn't know how hard it would be to find a good guitar here. But the guitar I found for the last. Did you guys see that video where that little kid helped us find the guitar shop? That was a great guitar, and I used that at a wedding for the Jane Ari's wedding. I sang a song, and I also used it for the live stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the 8-hour. No, I mean 6. I eat for 8 hours and then 16 hours fasting. That's what I tried, and I think I lost about 10 pounds. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel thinner. My belly feels. I think I look thinner. I can't really tell. And then so I did that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I think it worked. But about the last week, I stopped because I just started getting hungry. And it wasn't because there wasn't enough food. I just didn't have time to eat. Okay, it's the first time you ever watched my video. Okay, cool. I hope you enjoy it. And then, so I wouldn't mind going back on that when I had a chance to have a more steady diet. I think I'm gonna try that 8-hour intermittent fasting. Only eat for 8 hours and then don't eat for 16. I think I'm gonna try that again. But probably when I get back. It says what? It says China is a great place for losing weight. To me, it is because all the food is excellent, and all the food is so satisfying. And you are really doing China around tour. I know. Jay said pretty much we're hitting the middle, and then we're hitting the north. So I really want to go check out the south in September. Oh, that's not Lynette talking. That's Chinese. Xi'an, yeah. So we're gonna be there, I think, for 6 days, and then we come back to Shanghai for 2 days. Then we fly out. So I'm really glad to have the little break. This is not finished. Fly in from Xi'an, so we're gonna fly Xi'an to Shanghai because our flight is out of here. I'm doing good, Anthony. They asked how I was doing. I'm doing good. I feel good. I was tired a couple days after Beijing because that was pretty grueling, to be honest. It was fun, but sometimes, and someone said it too. Traveling can be tiring. And someone said a few times that I look haggard. And I looked tired, and I have been haggard and tired during this trip, so I don't remember exactly when I was haggard or how haggard I was, but I know I have been haggard. I don't think I've ever used that word in my life, but I know what it means. Okay, Lynette's showering. I covered where we're at, and I covered where we're going, so I think I covered everything. And this is my official channel. Okay. Well, North Korea, yeah, I don't know if I'm believing every place everyone says. Hey.
你好，
你好.
改一下卫生好吗？
Okay. Well, I don't know what she said.
Okay.
Okay. I
I
just say okay because she looked like a nice person. Um, Labor Day was in China. Yeah, it was crazy busy. So when we went to the what's it called Temple Heaven's Temple Gate, uh, it's a room cleaning service. Meow. We always say yes for the room cleaning because we get a water. In fact, do they have any water? Oh, they have some soda. Okay. Oh, Lynette's showering, so.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So we always like to get our little water and stuff for the day. Um, Hopefully I'll come back to China. Yeah, I'm planning on coming back. 56 ethnic groups. Well, I mean, isn't China like bigger than America? And America's, pretty diverse and pretty wide. So, yeah, I'll never get a time to visit every single place in China, but, I'll try. I'll see what I can do. It's just slightly bigger. That's probably landmass wise, but I think population wise, isn't it 1.6 million or 1.5? And I think the United States is maybe 300 million. So 1.5 billion versus 300 million, so it's got five times as many people. So that means there's five times as many nice people in China than there are 1.4 billion. So it means there's about five times as many nice people in China than there are in the United States. That's just a math thing. And that's just assuming there's the same percentage of nice people in the United States as there is in China, which I don't know. I think China might win out on the nice people percentage, but there's a lot of nice people in the United States. And I'm just watching. There's two cleaning service ladies. So, that's the uniforms are pretty nice. Going to Southeast visit on the way back to the States. Yeah, this trip we're flying actually. We flew out of Seattle. This time we're flying into. Yeah, there's a lot of nice people in the U.S. too. I was just wondering what the percentage is. Like, what percentage? I guess it's a dumb question. It would be more fun. I mean, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea because I have some friends in Singapore that I'd love to see, and South Korea. Oh, but I was going to tell you at the beginning of the thing, and by the way, I go back and reread all the questions so that way on the next live stream I can maybe answer some questions that I didn't get to or I didn't get to read while I was on there. Oh, but when I didn't book this flight, Jay booked these tickets for us. But when I travel, because I traveled so much, about 35 countries, and I traveled, I don't know, probably 24 times a year. I would do like a 4-day trip and like a 12-day trip each month. I did that for a few years when I worked for the Sony BMG record company. Ireland, hey, I have not been to Ireland. I've been to Scotland, England, and Wales, but never Ireland. But what I learned to do instead of taking a 12-hour flight, which kills me, like 6 hours, 8, that's kind of pushing my limit. So what I learned how to do is, I was like 40, so that was like 20 some years ago. So I would fly, like for example, if I was going to fly to Japan, I would stop in Hawaii. So that way it was only about a 6-hour flight from LA to Hawaii. And then I would spend the night there. And then the next day I would fly, to Japan, for example. And then the next day to Australia or whatever. But I broke the flight up. So there's no direct flights right now from Hawaii to China. So I think what I would try to do is maybe, but there are direct flights I think from Hawaii to Japan. So I think I would fly United States, LA, or Texas. I guess it doesn't really matter where in America I fly to, and then the next leg I would try to go to Hawaii, and then to South Korea or Japan, and then to China. I mean, that's just an idea. I haven't really looked into it because I haven't, obviously haven't had the time. So it's time to start wrapping up. You look like a guitarist in the 70s or 80s. Yeah. It was called Dan H Band, and I guess we were in the 80s and then a little bit in the 90s. I didn't really have any jet lag that I know of. I actually felt the most jet lagged the last week. So after 30 days of being here, I started to feel a little bit jet lagged, but that maybe the adrenaline was wearing down, or I don't know, maybe it was there was some pollen in the air, and so I was a little bit congested, and then it was a little bit rainy, so my joints ached. But pretty much, I've been waking up at between 3 and 5 in the morning for an hour or two, then I go back to sleep again. So I haven't really felt jet lagged, not like when I was younger. But then again, I haven't, been as a grueling schedule. There's been a lot of rest time. But the last couple days, or last week, I'd say I felt the most tired I felt on the trip. But now I feel pretty good. And we had a couple days of rest. Don't go by Hawaii, but Alaska, because it's shorter. I know, yeah. So I looked on the globe, and it looked like the shortest distance from Seattle to Shanghai was actually through Alaska. And I did check for direct flights from Alaska to China, but I couldn't find any. So maybe did the band break up? I mean, not really. I always use different players. So me and the keyboard player who is I mean, I owned the band. It was my band. It was Dan H Band. I was Dan H. And I had the record deal and everything. And so, even on the record, I would, you know, I wound up using a drummer that I had played for a long time with Dave Hill, but he wasn't even in the band at that time when I got the record deal. So I brought him back into the band to record the album, and then we did a tour for about a year with those four guys. But I've always had this only just one keyboard player, and he's still my best friend, Marty McKeever. Shout out to Marty. And in fact, my plan is when I get back to the United States and do the live stream, I'll have him do some segments with me. And my idea is for the segment is that he can tell an old Dan. You like my new sunglasses? Thank you. That he can tell some old Dan H Band stories of when we were on a tour around the world. Because to be honest, he's told me some. I don't remember them. So, and it's not because I was on drugs or anything. When you're on tour, it is so busy. So, and then different people, different things stick out to them. So he remembers some stories that I don't remember. So I thought it'd be fun to have, and Marty has already said he wanted to tell do like a podcast or a live stream thing where we kind of share some stories of being on the road. So I thought he might like to do that. So you guys would see that. And then I told you I was talking to someone in China as one segment, and then sooner or later. And then I probably had, I'm going to guess 12 different bass players and maybe 20 different drummers. I don't remember. I have them written down somewhere. And then only one ever keyboard player. So the band is still together. If we ever have to do some shows as a band, because Marty and I can play with just as a duo, or I can play 2/3 of my tours were solo tours where it's just me and a guitar. And then all the band tours except for one, when I didn't have a keyboard player, Marty wasn't on that band tour. But he's our musical director. So if I'm doing a show where it requires a full band, he will choose the musicians and the drummer and the bass player and everyone, and he'll organize and rehearse and do all that stuff. So but I quit touring when I had kids. So the band never really broke up. We just stopped, or I stopped playing when I had children, and I raised my children, and now they're all raised. And so now, and then I retired officially like just 6 months ago. And so now the next thing I've done, I thought I'd get to relax in retirement, but I come to China and I go, oh, this is fun. Let's do some more of this. So far, the last couple of months, I've been busier in retirement than I was. Well, no, it's pretty busy when you're raising kids. Because I was the sole provider. Lynette didn't work because we homeschooled, so she taught all of our kids, and so we only had one income from me. So I was busy with that, but now I'm busy having fun and working. I work pretty hard on the videos, but I love doing it. So if it stops being fun, then I stop doing it. But you guys make these live streams fun for me, and I am having fun. And I love to travel. I love to explore new places. I always have. I can spend hours looking at a map and be happy. Um, and now that they have, yes, I've been to Singapore 2 or 3 times. I love Singapore. For those of you who watch, my favorite weather in the world is in Singapore, Guatemala, and Kenya. And I looked, and they're all on the equator. So any place that's on the equator or near it, and I guess China has a place like that in south of China. So that's where I'm planning on coming on my next visit in September, if that works out. So I'm winding down. I hope I gave you all the information I wanted to. If not, I'll go through your comments, and I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow morning we'll be in the same hotel, so I should be able to do a live stream. And Jay and Ari are pretty good about when we don't have a heavy schedule, that we kind of have the mornings to ourselves. And like I said, I still have like 2 or 3 videos that I need to edit. And then some people asked if I did any more morning trips with Xiao Doufu, and yes, I have. When Jay's mom was with us, he'll be seeing her after the Xi'an trip. She was with us in Beijing and Shanghai. But then she would watch him in the morning, so I didn't get to see him that much. But for the last couple of days, I've been able to see him in the. I would love to give a live show in China. So if anyone out there wants to organize one, just tell Jay and we'll figure it out. I can do it solo, so it's really easy and cheap, or I can put a band together if it's a bigger venue, whatever you want. I'm flexible, or me and Ari could sing. Because right before what is it called, the pandemic, I was actually going to do a tour in Europe with Ari and Daniel, and we're going to basically be a family band. Marty was going to play keyboards, and then my drummer married a Dutch girl, so he might have been over there, and we might have been able to do a couple shows together. And also, there's some schools that have some drumming students that I thought it'd be fun to do some shows with. So, everything's possible. We'll figure it out. Oh, I'm running out of time because I want to keep everything under an hour. But I want to sing a song, and I was going to sing a song that I'd never sung before. Okay, they're knocking on Jane Ari's door. Hey, Hong Kong. And so I can pull from my list. And actually, I have a list of, 600 songs here. And let me see what's the first one that pops up. Okay. 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 This is a good song. This is actually a song I sang on almost every tour. And I see beauty all around me, but it's clouded by the darkness of the desperate situation of the state our souls are in. I raise my eyes to the sky. I raise my voice to the world, but I have nothing to say. All I can give are my tears. And all the people that surround me, they have a special kind of beauty, but they've been lied to once too often, and they just don't know their worth. And I raise my eyes to the sky, I raise my voice to the world, but I have nothing to say. All I can give are my tears for how it could be for you and me, and how it should be for you and me. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow, but it means so much to you when you guys check in. And I love you. Please have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.